My name is Brittany. I'm sitting in my living room, the silence heavy and charged. The phone on the coffee table has finally stopped buzzing, but the aftershock of what just happened still lingers in the air. My husband, Ryan, is in the home office, and I can hear his deep, firm voice on the phone. It's a voice I've never heard him use before, a voice that commands and decides. It all started when my sister, Nicole, called to invite me to her daughter Lily's 6th birthday party. "Brittany, your kids just don't fit the vibe," she said. Those words were like a punch in the gut. My children, Jake, who's 5, and Ava, who's 3, were being excluded from a family celebration. They were so excited about seeing their cousin, and they had no idea they were being rejected. For as long as I can remember, I've been the peacemaker in the family. I'm from a well-to-do family in the suburbs. My parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, are traditional. My father is a lawyer, a man of few words but high expectations. My mother is the social butterfly, always concerned about appearances and what others think. Nicole has always been the golden child. She's beautiful, confident, and used to getting her way. When I was 10, I wanted a simple sleepover with my friends. My mother agreed, but 2 days before, Nicole decided she wanted to go to a ski resort. She threw a huge tantrum, and my parents caved. I spent my birthday holding my mother's bag while Nicole had a great time on the slopes. My mother told me, "Brittany, be the bigger person. Nicole is just more sensitive." That became my label, the easy one, the one who didn't cause trouble. When I graduated from college, my parents bought Nicole a luxury car because she felt left out that I was getting attention for my degree. I got a pat on the back and a dinner at a local diner. And when I got engaged to Ryan, Nicole announced her pregnancy a week later. My engagement party became a baby shower planning session for her. This time, when Nicole told me my kids weren't welcome at Lily's party, I was sitting at the kitchen table, watching Jake and Ava build a tower of blocks. Ryan walked in and saw the look on my face. "What's wrong, Britt?" he asked. I told him Nicole's decision, and he was furious. "That's ridiculous. Our kids are her cousins," he said. I told Nicole I wouldn't come if my kids weren't invited. Ryan was proud of me, but I felt sick to my stomach. I knew my mother would be angry. And sure enough, when the phone rang and it was my mother, she was in full-blown mode. "Brittany, you're being difficult. Nicole has a vision for this elegant party. Your kids are too high energy," she said. I tried to explain that I was protecting my kids, but my mother wouldn't listen. She said I was making it about myself and that I should just hire a babysitter and come alone. I refused. I said, "I'm choosing my family. If we aren't welcome as a whole, we aren't coming in pieces." The fallout was immediate. Nicole sent me texts saying I had ruined everything, and my aunt and cousins were also on my case. They all thought I was being selfish. I felt so alone, but Ryan was by my side, telling me to stand my ground. On the day of the party, we decided to take the kids to the zoo. It was a beautiful day, and the kids were having a great time. But then, my mother called on FaceTime. She showed me the party, all the decorations, the cake, and the kids playing. Jake and Ava were so excited to see Grandma, but when they saw the party, they were heartbroken. "Why aren't we there, Mommy?" Jake asked, tears streaming down his face. My mother had the audacity to say it was my choice. I hung up the phone, feeling like a failure. Ryan was furious. He said, "That's it. They've crossed the line." He went into his home office, and an hour later, he called me in. He told me that he was the majority shareholder of a large real estate development company, Summit Group, worth billions of dollars. I was shocked. I knew he was successful, but I had no idea he had so much power. He also told me that Nicole's husband, Eric, who's an architect at a firm called Arch Design Associates, was bidding for a $50 million contract to design the new Summit Group headquarters. Ryan said, "Eric stood by while Nicole excluded our children. He doesn't deserve this contract. I was hesitant. I knew this would start a war, but Ryan was determined. He said, "I'm a businessman, and I don't do business with people who lack integrity." He clicked a button on his computer, rejecting the contract. The phone started buzzing immediately. Eric called, screaming at me, asking what Ryan had done. I told him the truth, that Ryan owned the company and that he had made the decision because of how they had treated our children. Eric was in a panic, saying he was going to lose his job. The family was in an uproar. My mother came to our house, pounding on the door. She was furious, saying I had ruined Nicole's life. She demanded that Ryan give Eric the contract back. Ryan refused, saying that an apology under duress wasn't real. A few days later, Nicole came to our house. She was a mess, looking exhausted and defeated. She told me that Eric had been fired. She apologized for excluding the kids, saying she was jealous of my relationship with Ryan. She said she had wanted the party to be perfect because her marriage was falling apart. She knelt down in front of Jake and apologized to him. Jake, being the kind-hearted soul he is, forgave her. But when she asked Ryan to fix the contract, he said no. He explained that trust takes time to build and can be easily broken. The family was angry for a while, but things started to change. At Thanksgiving that year, there were no snide comments. Eric shook Ryan's hand when he walked in. And 6 months later, Nicole invited us to a pumpkin patch. I looked at my life now. My relationship with my mother was still strained, but I had learned the power of saying no. I had gained a new sense of self-respect, and I knew that Ryan and I had created a safe and loving environment for our children. I reached over and took Ryan's hand. "Thank you," I said. "For what?" he asked. "For teaching me that boundaries are protection," I replied. He smiled and said, "You knew it all along. You just needed the courage to use it." As I sat there, listening to the kids laughing in the backyard, I realized that I had finally found my voice and that our family was stronger than ever.